So the Joker movie, they got extra security outside the movie theaters. And a lot of people are saying it motivates people to do mass shootings, I guess because of the first Batman movie with the shooting. What do you think about that?
Well, I think that's a good idea. They need extra security because that's going to get more interest into the average Joe Blow that's in the community to go down to the theater to see the movie.
Yeah.
And that's going to generate more income for the movie owner.
I agree.
I think that's a great deal. And it might not be anything negative about it as far as people shooting up the place. And if they don't want to have the costumes there, some going to come up with the cops on anyway. They're going to have on the costumes. And that's going to generate more money for the little party store in the community. And if they don't allow them to come in, they're going to be demonstrated. That's going to bring more publicity. Then they're going to change the mind and say you can come in, we're going to get additional security, and you can wear anything you want. So then they have the movie shown 3, 4, or 5 times versus 1 time.
Yeah, and it's a good movie. So it's a lot of take on an evil character, and I like movies in general like that. So, but what do you think about they saying it's going to motivate people to do mass shootings? I don't.
Of course not. Of course not.
Yeah.
The people that do these shootings have issues usually starting in early childhood.
Right, majority white.
That's right. That's right. They have.
They're just being honest. Majority are white.
That's the way it is. Black folks hadn't got into it yet, but they're going to get into a lot of suicides and mass murders because we don't fear for our lives. See, that's what white folks do. They fear for their lives. They say the minority is going to take over. They're going to get the good jobs. They're going to have the political opportunity. They're going to be leaders here and there. I'm fearing for my life. I can't get a job, and I'm more qualified than these black folks, more qualified than the Indians, more qualified than the Hispanics. And look at them. They're getting all these jobs, and all I have is a high school diploma or a GED. I'm supposed to be the president of my own company.
So what you think about the talk on mass shootings? What you think about the rates of mass shootings we had in the United States and banning guns and stuff? Well, I'm against banning guns.
Of course. There's something called the Second Amendment, which says basically that every citizen has a right to bear arms to protect his family and his home.
And let me clarify, they ain't saying banning guns. They just saying banning the assault rifles or the rifles that shoot automatically or like machine guns that carry large clips. So, I mean, they're not trying to ban guns, but just take away those big.
Well, they shouldn't do that. I think that's against the law to do that. If it's legal now, it ought to be good. They're supposed to keep these guns. Everybody should have 4 things in the home. They should have a pistol, a shotgun, one of those rapid-fire weapons, and a knife. That's what they should have. They should keep the knife in the boot, keep the pistol on the hip, the shotgun in the corner, and have the rapid fire.
So you living in Mad Max times, basically.
Now you got to defend yourself.
So you just walking around here just
No. You have it available. So you can get it within seconds. And I guarantee you, when John Doe comes into your house to violate you and your family, and you attack him, by defending yourself and your family, I guarantee you, he wouldn't come back the second time. If black folks had done that during the Civil Rights era, when the Klan would come into the community and shoot it up, burn the churches down, if they had to defend themselves and capture those jokers, put them in locks and chains, and take them to jail as called a citizen arrest.
You're right. We do have the Castle Doctrine that gives us the right to protect our homes and stuff. But what you think about having guns that's shooting 100 rounds or, holding large, quantities of bullets, in your home? Because, I mean, you're right. You said a pistol, a shotgun, and an assault rifle. But do you think that might be a little bit too much if we, you know what I'm saying?
No. Look, I can tell you historically, that's not too much. Many times when you had racial problems in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and even right after World War I, when a black and white get into a conflict, in just a few hours, 200,000 and 300,000 white folks would come around and attack the black community. 500, 600. And black folks had the rifle, the shotgun, and the pistol. And they lost every time. 100 blacks get killed, 3 or 4 whites. So if you have the assault weapon, you can defend yourself. And then when they have the same problem in town X in Oklahoma, they wouldn't do the same thing.
Gotcha.
They'd be afraid. So you got to whip the enemy hard, a little harder than
Black
he whipped
Wall
you.
Street, Tulsa, yeah.
You got to do it. You have to always anticipate that you're going to be stronger than your enemy. That'll get you more respect.
So